In today's video, we're going to be seeing if we can make the legendary Mitchell's Wolf Fat even more badass. We'll get to that in a minute. And we're going to be shaving with my vintage Böker Imperial straight razor. If you like the sounds of that, stay tuned. Let's get shaving. Greetings, friends. Welcome to the den with me, J-Mac, the Red Island Shaver. So glad to have you all aboard for this Monday shave. And that's right, we're going to see if we can make the legendary Mitchell's Wolf Fat even more badass. And the key to that is in the title, badass. We are going to be using some Hendrix Classics IG scent drops in Mitchell's Wolf Fat and see if we can just slam some scent into it. And we're going to go from there. So I do have it soaking, and I'm going to get some of that bloom water, because if I'm using Mitchell's, I always bloom it, because you kind of have to. That's what makes it easier to load and lather. And if you're going to bloom it, you may as well rub that bloom water right into your whiskers, because that is free shave, my friends. Very nice. That feels nice, hydrated, super slick. Oh, I love the fat. It's such a slick soap. And we'll get that bloom water out of there. I got a mess on my counter that I better clean that up a little bit before we get going too much here. Clean this soap dish up. I had this in a plastic container. And I mean, you know, just having Mitchell's in a plastic container is kind of sacrilegious. So I had this Bulldog soap that Johan, Shave & Butcher, sent me. And Bulldog soap is absolute shite. But I got looking at it the other day when I was moving some stuff around in the den, making room for a couple things. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that Bulldog soap puck. I'm going to toss that in the garbage where it belongs. And I'm going to put my Mitchell's Wolf Fat in there. And that's what I did. And it worked great. Brush is going to be the Sterling Badger Brush Fan Knot. And we'll just get in here and we'll get loading. And I really don't care about making a mess in this wood tub. This is a sealed wood product. And if anything, all that's going to happen is the suds are going to go down around it. And they are going to cement this Mitchell's Wolf Fat right into this tub. And I'm just making a big old mess. That's what you do with Mitchell's. You load it heavy. Just get it all up in that brush after it's been bloomed, and you won't have any problems. We'll just get that proto lather right off the tub. There you go. Well, there's plenty of soap there. That'll get the job done. Put a little on the face. All right, so this is where the badass part is going to come into full effect. So I like the scent of Mitchell's Wolf Fat. It's a nice, classic, classy soap scent. That's what it is. It's not pretending to be anything else. It's just an unscented soapy soap. And it's not very offensive. And it's not a very strong soapy scent either. Get that cleaned up. And put the lid on it, and yeah, Bob's your uncle, Mary's your aunt, away we go. So, I want to make this a little bit more badass. And we're going to do that with Hendrix Classics IG Badass Scent Drops. And the little, this is the wee one here, so pardon me while I get some glasses on. Video may go a little bit long, but we don't care, do we? Oh, give that a little squeeze. Make sure I got some droppages in the little vial. I mean, and I'm legally blind, so if I can do this, you folks at home can do this, no problem. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 7. 7 drops of badass into this bad mama jamma that is Mitchell's Wolf Fat. And let's get this lathered up and let's get shaving. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that smells good already. And you don't have to worry about these really stinking up your knots. If you face lather, there's no bubbles, there's no troubles. It doesn't stick in your knot. And oh yeah, okay, that's great. So right off the bat, this smells like Hendrix Classics & Co. Badass. And now this is not a knock on the Hendrix Classics & Co. top shelf base, because their soap base is fantastic. So, you know, if you just want to do the scent your own with Pete's base, then you're in good hands, because his base is fantastic. But if you get the bigger vials of this and you want to start experimenting with some other soaps and adding some scent, then there you go. And oh yeah, that's perfect. There is no base smell off this Mitchell's Wolfat at all. It's just all citrus, oak moss, and white cedar, which is what makes up the scent notes on Badass. Imagine that. Oh, very nice. Oh, very, very nice. This is going to be a good shave, I'll tell you that already. And building up this legendary Mitchell's Wolfat lather. As you can see, if you give that a good bloom, that's how quick this stuff lathers. It just explodes when you throw the water at it. Got bloopages going on here. That'll be the last application of water. That's 3 dips of the brush tips. Oh, Christ, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with all this. Like, what can I say? Now, I am using distilled water for this. I will caveat that, but you can just as easily make this lather with hard water. So, that's all you gotta do. And if you can't make this lather with hard water, then get yourself some distilled water. I know here where I live, I go to Walmart and get a big container of distilled water for 97 cents, and it lasts me about a month with daily shaving, so nothing wrong with that. But yeah, just bloom this stuff. Give it a little bit of a bloom and you will be rewarded with lather for days. Like I got enough lather here to shave the whole comment section. All right, let's get on with this shave, shall we? First experiment though is perfect. This smells just like Badass. Doesn't smell anything at all like Mitchell's Wolfat. I will caveat that once again by saying I don't have a problem with the way Mitchell's Wolfat smells. Personally, I like it, that nice classic soapy smell. But if that's not your bag, then, but you want to use Mitchell's, but you know, you really don't like soaps that don't really smell like anything, then there you go. So that problem is solved. And let's turn on some additional light and we'll get into it. So yes, Böker, technically as they're called, but everybody calls them Böker, so I'll call it a Böker for now on, but that's your Deutsch lesson for today. Imperial with a little barber's notch, custom spalted maple scales made by Randy at First Canadian. Beautiful, beautiful razor, vintage, hard to find. These are pretty rare apparently. I've already fed it the leather, about 100 laps. So let's feed it some whiskers, shall we? And see how this edge is doing. Well, it's pretty good so far on the with the grain. Very nice, nice and slick. Oh, I love the fat. I love the fat. All right, get to the left side of the face. Very nice. All right, well, this edge is doing pretty good on the with the grain. See how it does on the against the grain. Most of my straights, the edges are getting kind of meh. That's why I've been rocking the shavettes really hard lately. It's just to get those reps in. And I know all those edges are good because, you know, they're mechanical blades. So, anyway. We'll see how it does on the subsequent passes. If not, I do have a backup plan. See how that lather held up in the hot scuttle, and oh yes, we got lather for days. Lather for days. So hopefully everybody's having a good week, a good start to the new year. We're off on a good positive note. Looking forward to everything that's going to come to fruition here in 2022. Great to see what new and innovative things artisans are going to come up with. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a good year for shaving. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Oh yeah, that's great. Scented nice and strong, but not too strong. I'm getting no burn on the face from either the frag or the lanolin. In this, I am lucky. I don't have a lanolin reaction. Unfortunately, a lot of people do get lanolin reactions with the fat, so it's something to consider. You know, if you do use Mitchell's Wolf Fat and it's burning you, you're getting the tingles and the hot face and the burning. It's because of the lanolin, obviously, because it's not scented. So you can roll that out pretty quick as we go across the grain. Okay, pretty good there. Pretty good there. Now is going to be the test of this blade. See how it's doing. Okay, pretty good on this side of the face. Now we're going to take it to the other side, which is the more difficult side. I'm just going to dry the tang off a little bit. And as you guys know, I rinse. Sometimes I get a bit of water on the tang. That's no problem. Just get in there with the towel and dry it off. And once I get my alum block, that'll help too. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll pick up more of that on the next pass. It really helps having a super slick soap too, especially if you got an edge that's getting a little bit, you know, get a little bit long in the tooth. A good slick soap will definitely help that razor glide through, even if your edge is, you know, it's not optimal. It's not at the optimum level of sharpness, but it's still performing pretty good. If you got a good slick soap, it'll just help that blade just slide through all that much easier. Get a really nice residual scent on the face too from scenting the soap this way. So it's not like it just sticks in the brush and it's just kind of on the lather that's sitting on your face. It still remains its scent in the residual that's left on your face too, which is nice. So it's very, very good. think it's a genius idea from Pete. It's a great way, you know, to try a whole bunch of different fragrances instead of having to buy a whole bunch of sets. And you can just as easily scent your bomb or your splash. And I do believe Pete is coming out with a splash here in 2022. So I think he'll have matching splashes for soap sets, but I think he's also, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he's probably also going to do an unscented splash that you could scent your own to match your shave soap. So that's pretty cool. Definitely looking forward to seeing that coming out on the market. All right, let's finish up the straight razor portion of the shave here. A little easier to cut in there since I've already gone through once. And since I already done just above the jawline with that neck upward stroke, I can start just a little bit higher on the cheek and don't have to worry about digging the blade in on the cheek. Pretty good in through there. Not quite as close as what I get with a shavette. Pretty damn close though. I have a feeling some of my blades are performing better than I thought they were. And the problem was me. And a little sloppy on the technique and wasn't using the blades to their full potential. Now that I can see a bit better, some extra illumination, kind of got my skills back on point. That was a very enjoyable straight razor shave indeed. All right, so I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna go do my little off-camera cleanups just to get those sideways areas, and we'll come back for the post and the final thoughts. See you in a second. And I am back, and I'm telling you, that was a fantastic shave, and the post-shave feeling on Mitchell's Wolf Fat is incredible with just all that lanolin. I got lather everywhere here, even after a rinse. Yeah, that nice lanolin post-shave feel, just skin is silky smooth. Still have a nice residual scent of the badass on the face, that nice masculine scent. So I'm going to use the matching balm here, actually, or not the matching balm, the unscented balm, the sample I have, and I'm going to make it a matching balm by taking a little bit of the balm. You don't need a ton of this. Just get a good little amount on the tip of your finger, and maybe just a tiny bit more. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to deposit that right into the palm of my non-dominant hand, right there. I already have this little plunger filled, or dropper I should say. So I'm going to go for about 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. And that should be plenty. Yeah, that's plenty. For the application of the balm. Just work it in. Yeah, that's a good amount. That's a good amount. I don't think I'd want to go much stronger than that, I think. And it depends on the scent oils too. So you have to experiment with them. Some scent oils you're going to need a little bit more to get that scent to pop. Some of them you need a little less. But that's nice. That's a nice... That's kicking me about a nice 6.5 on the scent scale. Get a little bit on the shirt collar and we're good to go. So that's the shave. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had a lot of fun doing this one today. That experiment worked out really, really well. And yeah, so if you're new to the channel and haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. The channel is growing. I can't do it without you guys. And, you know, we're here to help grow the wet shaving community and grow this lifestyle. And every subscription helps grow the channel and helps get the message out to more and more people. So that's it for me. Until next time, be safe, be kind to one another, and have a great day and even better shave. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.